Philadelphia's own Joe Frazier doing what so many before him and after him tried and failed to do, knocking Muhammad Ali to the mat with a devastating left hook. One of the iconic moments from the so-called fight of the century. Tonight, that epic 15-round battle between the two literal and figurative giants was commemorated in bronze. A hulking statue featuring both Frazier and Ali was unveiled today, exactly 50 years after Smokin' Joe defeated the greatest. Here's NBC10's Stephen Fisher.
The fight of the century took place exactly a half-century ago, March 8, 1971, a time of turmoil between civil unrest and the Vietnam War. A country divided stopped what they were doing as Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali duked it out for 15 rounds.
The world paused. It stopped. And basically it stopped to watch two of the greatest heavyweights in history engage in a fierce battle that still to today is called the greatest fight of all time.
It was the ultimate test of wills, and eventually it was Frazier landing a left hook, sending Ali to the mat. That gave Frazier a unanimous victory.
Frazier!
In 50 years, it's still the biggest event that has ever happened in the history of sports.
Those alive to hear and see it will never forget. And those who have come after have heard all about it. And now here inside Johan Gym in Feasterville, this memorial statue will help share the story for decades to come.
When you see this statue, it comes to life.
And I want you to see the statue, and I want you to think of Joe Frazier and Ali, not from where they just were, but where they came from. They came from work and dedication.
In addition to the bronze and marble statue, here at the corner of 13th and West Allegheny, a mural is displayed to honor Frazier's life and career. His son, Joe Frazier Jr., says in tough times like times of today, we can learn a lot from his dad, a man with tremendous heart, drive, and an ability to fight through life's greatest challenges.
With COVID and everything going on, we have to fight through this. But looking at 50 years of this fight and seeing Joe Frazier come out victorious, obviously I'm biased here, but that was what it was all about. And I think we'll come out victorious in the end when it comes to COVID.
In North Philadelphia, Stephen Fisher, NBC 10 News.
And still looking at history here, while everyone was listening to that big fight, others in our area used the distraction to pull off another historic event. As the boxers were throwing jabs and uppercuts, a group of anti-war protesters, they were breaking into the FBI office in Media, Delaware County. They left with a stash of classified documents that showed government harassment, intimidation, and the infiltration of black student organizations at local universities. Burglars were never caught, and they stayed silent for decades. Bonnie Raines is one of them, and she spoke to NBC 10 today.
If people in Washington are not going to be responsible and hold agencies accountable, then ordinary citizens have to do that. You know, we have to protect our democracy, and sometimes it's important for regular citizens to be the whistleblowers.
The documents were published in newspapers and ultimately led to the uncovering of the FBI's mass surveillance program.